I'm Eric Loy, and welcome to Eric Loy Interviews. On this podcast, we talk with folks from the VTuber community on their channels, their talents, their stories, where they come from, and their plans for the future. We are joined by Pink Wonderlyn. Hi.
Hello.
And please introduce yourself to everybody.
I'm Pink. Also, I go by Phoebe. I'm an English VTuber who just has a lot of gremlin energy.
That's definitely for sure. I appreciate you coming on the show, Pink. When did you get started with VTubing?
I got started with VTubing in July 2022.
You've been at it for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah. What made you get started?
So at first, I wasn't actually thinking about becoming a VTuber until I got into VTubing. I was actually gonna be just a faceless streamer until I found out that I had facial dysmorphia. So I couldn't sit there and record or see my face for long periods of time. So that's why I became a VTuber.
So a lot of people get there in different ways, and this seems like again a medium that was created for you. It was kind of perfect for you in your situation to come on. Despite the dysmorphia, have you been someone who's wanted to entertain people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you ever up on stage as a young person?
Sorry for cutting you off. Sorry.
No.
I tried to get into stage play stuff. But I was too quiet.
Oh. You didn't project. You'd say the line, but you were kind of
Yeah.
I can understand that. That's what I would have been on stage. I wasn't very good with audiences at all. Have you found it easier to talk to folks with just the microphone in front of you and the computer?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's so much easier now.
Yeah. Was it easy for you to talk with chat and interact with them when you got started?
At first, I was very, very quiet. I was interacting mostly with my friends.
Yeah.
But as time kind of went by, I got more used to it. So that's great.
Yeah. Has that carried over into your personal life as well?
Yeah, it has actually.
So it has helped you out a little bit as far as that's concerned. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, people come into it in all sorts of different ways. You were already wanting and doing some work online. What got you started doing that in the first place? I guess that you said the dysmorphia was diagnosed a little later than after you got on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I originally started streaming back in 2017.
Oh.
I didn't speak or show my face at all.
Yeah.
I don't know how I captivated an audience back then. I was just building in Minecraft, but I tried really hard to try and do something. I wanted to do Minecraft role plays for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I kind of just realized that I kind of wanted to distance myself from that.
Yeah.
And then I looked into VTubing. So
yeah. Was there any particular VTuber that you followed at the time that you were kind of like, oh, I can do this too?
I'd say probably Iron Mouse, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that mouse has inspired a lot of people. Yeah, I hope she realized. Oh, I'm sure she realizes that. But with everything that you got going on, has it been easier and easier as you've continued streaming as a VTuber to be more relaxed when you're on a stream?
Somewhat.
Mm.
I remember last night, when I was streaming,
Yeah.
I got really, really nervous because I was doing karaoke.
Oh, well, there's a step ahead for you.
Yeah.
It did. Well, obviously, obviously that's something you wanted to do. When you were done with it, were you satisfied with what you did?
Yeah, I was, yeah.
I can hear you smiling when you say it, so I knew what the answer was. What type of music did you sing?
I like singing like R&B.
Mm. Oh, get some uh, feeling behind that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. That did you again once you got started? Was it easier or harder once you got started?
It was harder when I first started.
Mm, yeah. After the first song, did some of the butterflies go away?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I hear that from folks a lot. I think it's very courageous to get up there and sing in front of people no matter what. I can hardly do karaoke because one, I don't sing well at all. I can't hit any notes and on purpose. And two, I'm not really great in front of a whole lot of people watching me do something that I'm not confident in. Um, for you, I imagine that was a pretty big step last night.
it was, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I don't really sing in front of a lot of people. I
Mm-hmm.
only sing in front of a few friends. And I can't even sing in front of my parents, but like I sing in front of chat like it's nothing.
Mm-hmm. It's a great step. I congratulate you for that. I mean, it takes so that type of extra courage to face something you're uncomfortable with and try to make it comfortable. With what happened last night, you think you do it again anytime soon?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Mm. No. I like that response. It sounded like you that afterwards you've really found that you enjoyed yourself, spreading your wings
Mhm.
like that. Yes. So, what type of games do you playing online right now?
Mostly Dead by Daylight or Minecraft currently.
Hmm. That's two completely different setups. One one is very chill, and the other one is very not chill. So, what brings you to Dead by Daylight? Are you a horror fan?
Yes. Oh my God. Wait, I love I love horror so much. A lot of people come into my chat and they're wondering like because I have like really cute aesthetics for
Right?
like overlays and stuff.
Yes,
And
Pink
then
really does.
I switch to the game. It's just horror.
Blood and gore and pink.
Yeah.
That's perfect though. I think that's a great combination.
Mhm.
Yeah, but the have you done other horror games online besides Dead by Daylight?
I played a few horror RPGs here
Mm-hmm.
and there, like Project Cat and Paper Lily.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've never heard of those two. Um, what type of games are they?
They're like very like story driven.
Uh,
It's like kind of like Undertale, but with
oh,
like horror aspects.
oh, okay. Do they have different paths you can take, or is it pretty linear?
There's like different paths.
Mm. And are they jump scare type games, or are they long con scare games?
I'm trying to remember if there was any jump scares. There were jump scares like every so often.
Yeah, not just thrown in to throw in though.
Mhm.
Yeah, a game with too many jump scares gets pretty boring after a while.
Yeah.
You get burned out on that pretty quick. But the ones that have the slow burn horror, first of all, I'm amazed that anybody can deal with that. I can't, and it does tend to keep your interest in the game, and both those do that for you. Were you able to finish them?
I finished Project Cat. I
Hmm.
have not finished Paper Lily just yet.
Hmm. So maybe that's in the future coming up.
Yes.
Yes. How about singing? You've already done one karaoke. You've got others planned. So are we going to hear a cover down the line?
Actually, I was talking to my chat last night about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm going to be posting covers on my YouTube channel here soon.
Cool. Cool. Do you have any songs in mind for that already?
Billie Eilish, there's a lot of songs by her that I am
Yeah.
planning on covering.
Yeah.
Especially like Haley's Comment.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. See, that'll. Well, I'll make sure you let me know about that so I can. First of all, I want to hear it. Second of all, we can promote it a little bit for you. I think we're going to be doing some monthly music shows with guests that we've had on the show. So let me know so we can get that on there for you.
Will do.
Yeah. So starting that off and taking that step and showing other people what you do or what you like, is that tough for you to do?
Um, yeah, I'd say it is.
Mm.
Um, I have a really bad like backstory. I guess you could call it lore.
uh,
Um, I grew up being judged constantly
oh,
in like schools and stuff.
oh boy.
Um, and so going in front of chat and showing them like my interests and stuff was really hard at first.
Mm-hmm,
Sometimes it's still really hard, but it's not as bad as it was at the beginning.
mm-hmm. Yeah, was it tough to? I can relate to that a little bit because there's things that I do that I don't want. That's just for me, and I don't want to show people. I would like for them to be accepted, but that's not probably going to happen. And when you do show people, you get that possibility of meeting someone who's just a jerk and just really trashes what you do. But how were your um, how did chat react to you? Did they embrace it?
Yeah, they mostly embrace everything. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good. It's good to have a chat that's supportive. Um, has that carried over to real life for you? Have you been a little more open with what you're able to do?
I haven't really in real life with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because like the town that I live in is
Mm-hmm.
very, very judgmental no matter what.
Ah,
So,
yeah, yeah. It sounds like one of those small towns where everybody knows everybody.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I grew up in one of those. Couldn't get away with anything. No matter where I rode my bike, if I was going to do something, it was somebody that my dad or my mom grew up with. They would have called before I even done anything. So I was like, just ride. Don't mess with people. So what would you like to do? What are your? I know that we already talked about recording a cover as a goal. What other goal do you have for your channel?
My goal is to. Oh, this is a really tough question. I never thought about this. Um, I want to be like a positive source for people that are struggling
Yeah.
and they don't have like anybody there for them.
Mm.
And especially for like me growing up, I didn't see any content creators that struggled with the things that I struggled with.
Yeah.
Um, so I kind of want to be like that positive light for them. Like their feelings are valid, what they're going through is valid.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I want to inspire a lot of people down the line.
Well, that's a great goal. That's a wonderful goal to have, and I'm sure that you are influencing people in a positive way. Um, without getting too deep into things, on a scale of 1 to 10, how rough was it on you growing up and having these things happen to you?
I'd probably say like an 8.
Mm. Did you? Was there any way that you had to kind of escape what was going on? Could you? Did you have a safe place for yourself at the time? Beep.
So
That's perfectly timed there.
I I don't really like thinking about it. I don't really have a safe space that I had before.
Mm,
Um, Even like trying to watch somebody or like a streamer or something,
mhm,
there was it was nowhere.
mm. Yeah, it was something that was always there on over your shoulder, no matter what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can see somebody who grew up with that over their shoulder, wanting to help other people, so they don't have to have something like that. And am I reading that one right?
Yeah.
Well, that's wonderful of you. And what are you in a better situation now? I hope.
A little bit.
Mm,
It's still a work in progress, but
mm.
it's a lot better than what it was.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're still young. You are a work in progress. But this is the thing. You're taking steps here and taking big steps and overcoming barriers as best you can. And you're kind of blazing a trail for some folks. Um, whether you're doing it intentionally or not, people who will come to your streams and see what you're doing and find out a little bit about how you got there. That certainly will inspire people. Yeah, and like Iron Mouse did for you. I mean, everybody talks about what's happened to her. She is, and you are, not a product of your surroundings. You're the triumph that's emerged from those surroundings. That everything that you're doing right now is a win, and and I hope you realize that, and I hope you're proud of it.
I'm proud. I'm proud of myself for getting this far.
Yeah, and you still got a long way to go. Things have got started for you, but almost 1,000 followers on Twitter, and I'm sure you're doing really well on the other platforms. Have you got
Hmm.
some uh, tangible goal for yourself for the rest of the year? Have you got any specific special streams coming up?
Um, Not that I can think of currently.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to probably host like a subathon at some point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are you gonna do one of those 24-hour things?
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. uh, be careful.
Will do.
It, I've watched one person, and I won't mention their names. Watched one person do a 24-hour subathon, and it was like hour 17, and basically they were just sitting there. uh, like, okay, probably not going to get too many subs doing that.
Hmm.
But again, it's good to see someone. Not good to see someone come from a situation that you have, but to make strides to make their situation better and to help other people. Have you been someone who always wanted to, reach out and help other folks?
Yes,
Mm. Yeah,
I'd say that.
yeah,
A lot of my friends struggle,
yeah,
and they always go to me to
yeah,
talk about it.
yeah. Well,
Because I think out of all of them, I'm probably the one that would most understand what they're going through.
sounds like you have some empathy, which is something that is very much lacking in the world today.
Hmm.
And I'm sure you realize that after all these years.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
it's but that is a wonderful, wonderful thing to have, and I'm very happy that you're putting that into good use with what you're doing. Um, it's it can be very, very rough for people who actually have feelings, who actually care about what's going on sometimes, especially when they're younger and still trying to figure out who they are. I did therapy myself back then. I mean, it wasn't overwhelmingly out of things, but going through junior high was terrible for me. Um, on a young Eric trying to figure out what's going on.
Mm.
So I I can sympathize with folks. I can't put myself in your shoes, but I can sympathize with that. And I can tell you that even though I don't know you very well, I'm proud of you for that. Um,
Thank you.
it's good to see that you've got your feet on the ground and you're fighting back. Uh, Even though it seems like you're fighting against yourself, I imagine.
Hmm.
Mm. It's Do you think that VTubing is therapeutic for you in a way?
Yes, I
Mm.
would say it is. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. So in that instance, it's become a pretty big part of your life.
Hmm.
Mm. So when you do go on, say you're about ready to turn on that microphone, you got things set up and you're ready to go. What are you thinking right before the broadcast?
Um, that I'm excited to talk to chat. There are some days where I'm like really nervous and really scared.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like somebody's not gonna show up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sometimes I think that I'm not entertaining.
Yeah, that happens to a lot of folks in different ways. Um, but people are coming back. People are coming,
Yeah, they are.
and they're coming back to see and talk to you, not necessarily watch the games. Um, that's another thing about this particular field and this particular medium that is you get that kind of immediate feedback. Um, when you have some folks following you and on in chat, how does that make you feel as a creator?
It makes me feel great. It makes me feel like I'm actually like doing something correctly for once.
It gives you a little bit of validation.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and that's only going to grow as you keep going. And I really do hope that we get to see the full pink and what you're able to do because it sounds to me like you've got a lot of things in there that will be interesting for folks to see yet. There's some things you haven't tapped into yet.
Hmm.
I am very interested to see what happens with you. Um, it's hearing your talk about these things, and this is a terrible way to make a decision. I'm not being judgmental. Um, it sounds to me like you're a pretty good person, and
Thank you.
and through everything that you've been through, that you still trying to stay positive with it, trying to stay positive with yourself, and trying to make other people feel better. That, to me, is a pretty wonderful person. Um, so I thank you for that in a system that's not always um, friendly to people with that type of attitude. I think that's pretty amazing considering what you've gone through. Um,
Thank you.
and I hope we hear more from you. Let's get this. Let's hear from you again once you get some big things going here and rolling. And
Hmm.
and no, the next time I talk to you, Pink, it's going to be because of your million subscribers.
Yes.
your, your million subscribers, and you'll come on like I can't be on with you. I'm too busy.
I'd never be too busy for you. It's all good.
I appreciate it, but again, I do appreciate what you're doing. Keep it up, keep your chin up, and let's hear from you again soon. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you for listening to Eric Loy Interviews. Join us again next time when we talk to another member of the always interesting VTuber community.